Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long Bros 1975. Using girls on the rise. Reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends. But Long Bros 1975.
CEX, downtown Bristol. Have a quick look at the board of shame. Have a quick look at the prices. You might want to pause it, as well as this window, that Mac, that Mini NES, and the Switch. Honestly, sometimes CX, you take the piss. Granted, I'm here, so, you know, I have no real right to complain. But hey, the next shop I'll show you, I showed up an hour early, so I thought, well, I may as well go in there and try and kill some stuff. But, you know, if you're after certain specific things, then there is some more, you know, awesome stuff you're finding it, such as that 150 Midway collection. Been after that for absolutely ages. There's a good collection, just, I don't know, I say it all the time, but their prices are absolutely through the roof, and their customer service is terrible. Like, for real, in there, and I don't know, is it just me, or do they think they're like above other retro stores or something? Like they're, I don't know, the rock star of retro stores, because I actually saw him shush a customer so he could have a quick chat with his colleague next to him about why he loved the song that was playing at that point. Really? And stop wearing sunglasses inside. But what do I know? Again, guilty as charged going in here, but they have got a fairly decent Wii U section, and the prices don't take the piss, hence, you know, me looking at Bayonetta here. But yeah, as I always say, you know, I'd love to hear the stories of the CXs in your neck of the woods, because I went to one in Weston yesterday, and that was pretty much, the prices were as bad as they are here. Probably because gullible twats like me go in there, but you know, ho hum, ho hum. I will say this though, one thing I do really like about them is they still got lots of places now, maybe it's just me and Pink Planet, but lots of places now are, you know, scaling back on their 360 collections and stuff like that. Maybe this is because this is more akin to cash converters in a place like Pink Planet, but I gotta say, excuse me, I do really enjoy the fact that they carry, you know, a big chunk of 360 games, because, you know, not just because I don't own a PlayStation 4 or an Xbox One, but I still think the 360 is a perfectly viable gaming system. I still think it looks alright. Still think it's got a great deal to offer. So yeah, kind of like that about CX, and the prices on these games actually, in their defense, aren't too bad. But anyway, right, let's get to the point that why I really came downtown today, you know, to be absolutely fisted on parking. Oh, by the way, the two differences in the Street Fighter 4 covers, because I would have thought if one was an exclusive, wouldn't it come in a cardboard box? You know, I don't know. This is 8-Bit Planet. It's in a really weird part of Bristol, which is probably why I've never been able to find it for so long. Is it the horse? Oh, if you're from Bristol, you know the bit I'm trying to think of. I'm having a complete brain fart. But yeah, been after this for ages. Apologise that I'm filming on the piss like this, but the reason is quite simple. Never been here before. Didn't want to make it too obvious I was filming. Didn't want to burn my bridges on day one. But yeah, GameCube games. And I don't know if you can see that when I go back up top. I was absolutely blown. Those prices, my mate who worked at these prices like eBay prices, I didn't think they were too bad. Yeah, I don't even saw at the top, but they're Japanese GameCube games. I don't know what I was expecting, but never realised they came in such cute little cases. Makes sense because the disc is so small. Then they had a pretty decent selection, not massive selection of PlayStation games, PlayStation 1 games, but I guess what I liked, and there's Xbox games next to it, but what I liked about this so much was it dabbled in, you know, all areas. It had its finger in all the pies. I like a place that's got a little bit of everything as opposed to a lot of one thing. Now you're probably thinking it's incredibly empty. It is, but that's because I'm the first person in it, bang on when it opened. I must have looked like a right keener. Good selection of PlayStation 2 games. As I spin around, you'll see also no music, which would make it really boring to work there. I'm probably going to repeat a lot of this when I get to the pickups bit. Really boring to work there, but brilliant from a person like me who doesn't want to have to record audio over the top of stuff. Mega Drive games there, decent Mega Drive games. Yeah, so I'm quite surprised with that. Then yeah, you had a Master System as well, a decent selection of Master System. This may not look like massive, but it compared to what else is downtown, this is good, especially since all the little retro stores are pissing off and going out of business. Saturn games was a bit funny because I was like, yes, there is some Saturn, because that's what I went in looking for. But pretty much most of that I want, or games I would want on that, you know, they're ones I've had already, and they were cheaper online. But to be fair, that was a Dreamcast Capcom versus Street Fighter. Was it? To be fair, they were not that more, you know, priced than than what I paid for online. Then you go over, this was kind of cool. They had a little vintage selection of comics. They're all, you know, old school comics like that. They had a little selection of video game plushies just right there, kind of cool. This is what I mean. It feels more like a market store in St. Nick's Market than it does, you know, a retro shop. At the back there are tabletop games, I guess, for Dungeons and Dragons. You got some Nintendo, Super Nintendo. There's some games. I know you see the look at the prices. I can't recall I was seeing it correctly. I'm sure that Zelda one was absolutely priced at something utterly ridiculous. I mean, I have it. Just need to print my sleeve again. Then at the top there were yeah, Super Nintendo. Hey YouTube, Lawn Boys Post 1975, and welcome to Pickups in the Wild. Yeah, it's been, I don't know how many months. It's been months. It's basically what I'm trying to say since I've done a Pickups in the Wild video. I know people like them, and I like making them, but I don't want to be defined as a pickup channel. And also the other reason that, you know, pickups is a sparse thing is it's bloody expensive, and also going into the wild is probably the worst way to do it. Even though it's a guilty pleasure to, you know, to show you what it's like in my neck of the woods, especially with what you saw at the start, which is a brand new shop. Apologise for it being cropped like that. Excuse me, when the one in CX was sideways. I'll be perfectly honest, I don't care if I get banned from CX because they're rip-off merchants. Which, you know, yeah, my fault for going there. But I was killing time because I went to go to this other place, 8-Bit Planet. And I should have checked what time they opened. I got there at 9:30 and it opens at 10:30. So yeah, that's why I went to CEX. Although I did get some stuff there. But you also saw, whether I put a voiceover in it or not, I don't know. I can't remember. Well, I can't remember because I haven't filmed it yet. But you also saw me show you what they want for their prices and what they sell them. I don't know. It's honestly CX. Either you're absolute rip-off merchants or you're evil geniuses. Don't know. Anyway, but yeah, back to 8-Bit Planet. This, I had to film like, you know, like that because even though I was the only person in there, because I got there like a keener on opening, you know, I've never been there before, and everyone at work was talking about it, and they said it's kind of eBay prices. Well, you can judge for that. And I don't know, maybe I'll do a voiceover, I don't know, because I didn't really have to, because they didn't play music, which was awesome. Probably if you work there, very boring, but from a perspective of me, doing Pickups in the Wild videos, sweet. But yeah, I didn't think they were terrible, but it was just nice the fact that they had, you know, a decent selection across all systems. And I'm guessing from the back of the room that they do tabletop gaming in there as well. And there was a tabletop cabinet. When I say tabletop, I meant RPGs, Dungeons and Dragons and stuff, not tabletop cabinets, but there was a tabletop cabinet. Never mind, but yeah, I finally got to go there. It was in the oddest place ever, which is probably why the few times I've tried to find it before, I couldn't find it before. Fuck me, I haven't done one of these videos in ages. I'm waffling like a mad bastard. Parked in Trenchard Street this time. I don't know if you saw the previous videos where I didn't, and I parked in the car park, which is right next door to this place. How I missed it last time, I don't know. And got charged £7 for 2 hours. It's officially, that car park is known in Bristol as officially more expensive than places in London. Anyway, let's get into it. Let's get to shit that came in the mail. First of all, because as you know, I'm collecting for my Sega Saturn right now. Now I finally got the lens fixed. And I have to say, I know, like, going for a PAL collection is probably the worst collection you can go for, because of certain ones being, you know, really expensive, and, well, you know, some of them, you know, I don't know how many are, you know, 50 hertz and cropped. But for the majority, and if you watch my video, I'm explaining, and there I am with my hands again, explaining what I want from my collection for Saturn. The games I'm going for are absolutely dirt cheap. Really quite surprised. Still waiting on a few, waiting for some on Japan, but well, the reason they're taking ages, I guess, is because they're coming from Japan. Well, I say ages, it's only been like a week or so, because I got my cartridge for, you know, playing them and stuff like that. Anyway, waffle-tastic. So the first one I got was Sega Touring Car Championship. It comes in one of the good Sega Saturn cases. Remember these? Why on earth they went for these ones, I don't know. Like, these are bulletproof. These are like the absolute opposite of those, in the sense that can't fucking get into them. But this cost me £3.90 and like £1.50 for postage, so £5 and some change. It's complete. I've checked the disc. It's immaculate. It's another one that my brother had, and I have really fond memories of, because, like I said, a lot of this collection is built because of nostalgia I had to the games I played on my brother's system when he had it, because I was a PlayStation boy. And yeah, it's like I said, I'm just loving it right now. Ooh, split screen, sexy. So again, whether it's, you know, stood the test of time, I honestly don't know. but I don't care. So quite looking forward to that. Expected gameplay, and I expected gameplay on all my Saturn games. In fact, I've got shitloads of unlisted Saturn gameplays. This was unbelievably cheap. This was, I don't know, a quid and some change, and then a quid and some change in postage. And it's pretty beaten up, but that's not the point. As I said, I'm here to play them. As long as they've got a box of sorts, I'm happy. And that's Virtua Fighter. Now, this is a kind of, you could argue, a weird deviation from what I'm collecting, or how I'm collecting because of my brother and that, which is he had Fighters Remix, which I know it's the superior version. I know it's done in the style of, you know, Virtua Fighter 2, hence the reason I got this one. And I know it's also to address a lot of the problems like the floating background effect or whatever. But the reason I got this is quite simply, this is the Virtua Fighter that I played in the arcade, and was the first time I saw a 3D fighting game that absolutely shat my pants, you know. It's still got the 700 plus moves or such, but yeah, and I thought, well, do you know what, yeah, right, Fighters Remix is, or Virtua Fighter Remix I should say, sorry, is, it's not, well, that's the one I played on my brother's Saturn, and while I understand that this is broken in areas, not massively, it's the one I want because of my nostalgia, and that's the key in this collection to what I had, you know, back in the day, like in the arcades with Sega and stuff. But yeah, it's pretty banged up, pretty much got to hold it shut, but like, how can you argue for that money? I mean, that's where they always go, isn't it, the spine. But they, I wonder if they make replacement cases. I can't see that they would, because, well, like those ones there, the plastic bulletproof ones, but the manual's immaculate, as is the disc. It's just the case that's banged up. I should probably not shut it with any level of force, should I? I'll probably make it even worse. Now, to CX. Yes, CX, WeBuy.com. I would have said CX, WeShaft.com. Like I said, rip-off merchants or evil geniuses. My fault for shopping in there, killing time, but I did get, well, at least one game that, I know it's not a sought after one, that I really want tonight. It's a compilation, and I can name what it's for. But the first game I got in there was Bayonetta. Why has it got a big fat USK sticker on it? I don't know. I don't remember the Wii cases having that. Maybe not, maybe, meh. Hey, I got up at 8:30 on a Saturday. That's bloody unheard of. Yeah, Bayonetta on the Wii U. I've got the second one. I got a digital download because obviously you could buy the double pack game. So whether this means someone split it, I don't know. But I never played, I love Bayonetta 2. I never played Bayonetta 1 when it was like, you know, on the 360 and that back in the day. So I'm definitely going to give this a go. What did make me laugh was the bloke behind the counter said, I'm sorry, I can't find the manual. You can't find the manual for a Wii U game and you work in a game shop. Think about it, you know, it's the Wii U. And also, no offense to people who work in CEX, I'm not sure, everyone's not going to be like this, but the ones I saw yesterday in Western, the ones today in Broadmead or Cabot Circus, no, bollocks, Broadmead, I'm sorry, I hate that name, Cabot Circus. You work in a game store, why do you think you're a rock star? Why do you make customers wait? I saw them go like this to someone. Well, they made a point about what they loved about the song on the radio, and again, you're wearing sunglasses inside, and it's, I don't know, just fucking serve the public, that's what you're there to do. Anyway, that's my sour grapes. Again, entirely my fault, I went in CEX. The next one I picked up was £1.50 on the original Xbox, and that's excuse me, Midway Arcade Treasures 3. I've got two on the Xbox, but it wouldn't work on my 360 before I had an original Xbox. And I've got two which did work on my PlayStation. And it's all games that I love by Midway, but I thought £1.50, whether it's an in-demand title or not, it's subjective. It's what you want to purchase, isn't it? And the game I want on there, because it simply will not run through MAME on my original Xbox. Plus, running this on my original Xbox, repeat myself there, means it'll be full screen and not cropped like they usually are sometimes. Not all of them, but yeah, race driving, because I really want to play that. Not just to do a gameplay, but I love that game, and it simply won't run. Well, it runs fine on MAME, but the controls just go to tits. But yeah, it's got Rush, The Rock, Hydro Thunder, Super Off-Road, sexy, Badlands, sexy, race driving, well, you know what I stand on that. This one as well, you cannot run on MAME, Stun Runner. Oh, now that really is sexy. San Francisco Rush 2049, no idea what that is, and Off-Road Thunder. It's got the manual, it's minty fresh, as is the disc, because I've already checked. So, yeah, not saying this is a massive round of pickups, but well, it's stuff I want. Now, again, well, I've said this before, is this a good price? Is this a bad price? I don't know, but the bottom line is, if you're happy to pay something, when people say you got ripped off, well, but I was happy to pay it, then I'm not ripped off. You know what I mean, especially in CX. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2. I've never played this one. I absolutely love and adore the original, that I actually completed on my 360 before I had my original Xbox, so it was, yeah, it did not look nice. So this is gonna look nice, and I don't know, I'm assuming it's gotta be great because it comes from the same stable of the original one, which is the absolute dog's dangly bits, but it's complete. Oh, do you remember when manuals were like that? Oh, good times. Yeah, the disc is sexy and delicious, but I'm super excited for this. So it was £8 a lot. Meh. I absolutely can't wait to play this. Like I said, based on the pedigree of the first game, so maybe it'll bite me in the ass. I don't know. Now, anyway, back to 8-Bit Planet. Like I said, good selection of games in there. Well, you can see it. Not massive amounts of everything, but unlike Pink Planet and stuff like that. By the way, that might be dooming yourself by naming your shop something Planet as well. But why not 8-Bit Paradise? Or why not 8-Bits? I don't own a shop or invest, so it's not my call. But yeah, it was the fact that there was a Japanese Dreamcast game, granted only one, but Japanese N64, Japanese GameCube games, which you can probably tell. And yeah, I just like, do you know what? Yeah, right, your prices aren't amazing, but you're downtown Bristol, so your overheads must be through the fucking roof. And it's important to support the little guy, because that shop I absolutely loved and adored in Keynsham, which was closed the last time I went. I've been after that and it's shut, cleared out, and there's 2 let signs in the window. So yeah, that was absolutely gutting. So, you know, support these guys. But yeah, not a massive amount of stock, but the fact that it dabbled in all, you know, had its thumb in every sort of, you know, pie, if you will, including comics and stuff like that, and plushies and bags and things. So you can actually hear me, I think, saying this, which is, you know, wow, well, maybe I wasn't filming at that point, but is that what Japanese GameCube games look like? Because I bought Naruto, and I can't tell you any more than that or which version it is. I might even have it already on the Wii, and it's stupid to buy a game for this, but look at it. I did not know. They come in these really cute ickle cases. Annoyingly, they've gone the fair. Again, I didn't know this is the fair of Nintendo and their absolute love of cardboard. Maybe that's why the West, they didn't look like that, because we don't like cardboard, you know. We got pissed off with it in the 80s and 90s. So, you know, that's kind of a bit annoying, but... And the Nick's not amazing, but I gotta have it. I gotta have it. I've got, you know, American GameCube games, because I'm gonna have to play it on my my Wii, but that's not the point. But yeah, just thought I gotta have it. I gotta have at least one. I know that's a silly reason to buy it, but it's so cute and ickle and lovely, and yeah. And obviously the reason they can do that, there is no manual. There obviously should be, because it's got this epic arm here. But you know, it was £8. Maybe it's a rip-off to have a novelty item. But I just like I said, I saw it, and maybe more of a display piece. That makes me sound really stupid and vain, but never mind. But yeah, maybe they got away with doing it because, you know, still put your memory card in there as well. You know, the discs were so small, but oh come on, they should have just done it but put film around it and had little cases like this. I mean, they've kind of ended up in that place again now, haven't they, with the Switch? But yeah, that's my pickups in the wild. Not a massive amount, I know, but the bottom line is, I'm just pleased that I found this store. So future reference, I know where it is, and I can, you know, visit there again, knowing that they've got imports and stuff like that. And yeah, you know, I had to go downtown for some errands, and so I thought I would visit a few places down there, because it's just nice to expand, you know, where you go looking for games in your immediate area. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.